Good morning everyone. Today I will discuss about the nose. Point of discussion. First point is introduction. Second point is functions of the nose. Third point is components of the nose. Fourth is external nose. And last point will be the nasal cavity. First is introduction of the nose. Nose, it is the uppermost part of the respiratory tract. It contains peripheral organ of the smell. Greek word for the nose is rhinos. So the study of the nose and diseases of the nose is termed as a rhinology. Regarding functions of the nose, as you all know, main function is respiration. Second one is olfaction, as it consists of the olfactory receptor cell. Then third function, it is the help in the vocal resonance, nasal resonance of the voice. It will protect lower respiratory air passages and it is having a nasal reflex function, for example sneezing. So these are the functions of the nose. Third point is component of the nose. Nose consists of two components. First is external nose, that is visible on the face, and second component is the nasal cavity. Now this diagram, it shows the features of the external nose. External nose, as you can see, it is a pyramidal shape bony. It is a projection pyramidal in shape on the middle of the face. It consists of tip portion, that is the anterior free end of the nose. Then second is root portion, that is upper narrow end of the nose, which continues with the forehead. Between the tip of the nose and root of the nose, the rounded border is known as dorsum of the nose, which will continuous with the side of the nose. Then at the broad lower end, there is a presence of two pyriform apertures. These are known as nostrils or anterior nares. Last component is, these are the lower flare part on the side of the nose. They are known as ala of the nose. So these are the presenting part on the nose. Tip of the nose, root of the nose, dorsum of the nose, side of the nose, ala of the nose, and these are the nostrils. So these are the presenting part. Next point is, what is the structure of this external nose? This external nose, it consists of a skeletal framework, and this skeletal framework, it is partially bony and it is partially cartilaginous. This diagram, it is the anterior view, this is the lateral view, and this is the basal view of the external nose. Now on the anterior view, if I draw the skeletal framework, in the upper 1/3 part, it is a bony, and in the lower 2/3 part, it is a cartilaginous. Now in the upper 1/3 part, it consists of two bones. First is, this is the nasal bone. Two nasal bone, they will meet in the midline and they will form bridge of the nose. On either side of the nasal bone, there is a presence of frontal process of the maxilla. So these are the bones. It will forming the bony part of the external nose. Right and left nasal bone and frontal process of the maxilla. Now bony part of the nose, it will terminate below and in front in the form of this type of the pyriform aperture. This is the pyriform aperture of the nose, and this pyriform aperture, it lodges the cartilaginous framework, which is united by the fibrous tissue. Now what are the cartilages which will forming this external nose? There are basically 5 main type of the cartilages. First is median septal cartilage between right and left nasal cavity. Second one is pair of the lateral nasal cartilages. Here there is a presence of lateral nasal cartilages. In the ala of the nose, there is a presence of major alar cartilages. So these are the 5 main cartilages: median septal, 2 lateral nasal cartilage, and 2 major alar cartilages. Now in this pyriform aperture, I will draw these cartilages. This is the lateral nasal cartilage. This one is the lateral nasal cartilage. These are the 2 lateral nasal cartilages. They are laterally attached to the margins of the pyriform aperture. They are medially attached by a narrow bridge with the anterosuperior part of the septal cartilage, and inferiorly they are attached with the major alar cartilages. These are the major alar cartilages. So that is about the lateral nasal cartilages. Now below to it, there is a presence of U-shaped major alar cartilages. This U-shaped major alar cartilages, it consists of medial crus and lateral crus. Medial crus of two sides, they are united in the center below the caudal margin of the septal cartilage, and they will form lower free mobile part of the nasal septum, that is known as columella. Lateral crust of the major alar cartilages, they extend into the ala of the nose, but they does not reaches toward the margins of the pyriform aperture, which is formed by nasal notch of the maxilla. This area is filled up by the fibrofatty tissue, and there is a presence of 2 to 3 minor alar cartilages. Here there is a presence of minor alar cartilages. So this is the anterior view of this framework of the external nose. Now when we see the lateral view, on this lateral view, this is the, here there is a presence of nasal bone. Below the nasal bone there is a presence of, this is the lateral nasal cartilage. And in the lower part there is a presence of major alar cartilage. And this area is filled up by fibrofatty tissue, and there is a presence of this blue color minor alar cartilages. Now when we look at the nasal view of the external nose, it is somewhat like this. These are the major alar cartilages. These are the two major alar cartilages are U-shaped, and here there is a presence of caudal border of the median septal cartilage, and these two are the pyriform aperture of the nose, and this area is filled up by fibrofatty tissue. So that is all about the structure of the external nose. It is a partially bony as well as partially cartilaginous. Now we move on to blood supply and nerve supply of this type of this external nose. External nose, it is supplied by dorsal nasal branch of the ophthalmic artery. Second is infraorbital branch of the maxillary artery, and here there is a presence of facial artery. So septal and alar branches of the facial artery. This is the blood supply of the external nose. Now nerve supply, it is supplied by infraorbital branch of the maxillary nerve. It is supplied by infratrochlear and external nasal branch of the ophthalmic nerve. That is about the nerve supply. Lymphatic drainage, this external nose, it will drain into the submandibular group of a lymph node. So that is all about the structure of external nose. Now we move on to second component of the nose, that is nasal cavity or internal nose. Nasal cavity or internal nose, it is divided into right and left unequal half, asymmetrical half, by the presence of median septal cartilage or median nasal septum. Median nasal septum, it will be discussed in the separate lecture. So first I will brief you the boundaries of the nasal cavity, and I will discuss in detail about the lateral wall of the nasal cavity. Now nasal cavity, if I draw the diagram, it is somewhat like this. This is a diagram of nasal cavity. This is the side view of the nose. So nasal cavity consists of four boundaries. Upper part is known as roof, lower part is known as floor, and medial wall and lateral wall. Medial wall of nasal cavity, it is common to both nasal cavity formed by the nasal septum. It lies in the median plane. It is a osseo-cartilaginous partition. Now you can see in this diagram, roof of the nasal cavity, it is a narrow part. It is having a three component: anterior part, intermediate part, and posterior part. Anterior sloping component, it is known as frontonasal component. It is formed by nasal process of the frontal bone as well as nasal bone, and there is a union of lateral nasal cartilage and septal cartilage. That is about the anterior component. Now intermediate component, it is formed by cribriform plate of the ethmoid bone, and posterior sloping component of the roof, it is formed by anterior surface and inferior surface of the body of the sphenoid bone. Floor of the nasal cavity, it is formed by upper surface of the hard palate, and as you all know, hard palate, it is formed by, in the anterior two-third, it is formed by palatine processes of the maxilla, and in the posterior one-third, it is formed by horizontal plates of the palatine bone. Now this nasal cavity, it communicates anteriorly through the anteriorly with the exterior by the presence of this type of the pyriform apertures known as nostrils or anterior nares. Nasal cavity communicate posteriorly by this broad posterior nasal aperture. These are known as choana, and the average dimensions of the choana, it is about 2.5 centimeter in height and 1.25 centimeter in width. So that is about the posterior nasal aperture. So that is all about the boundaries of the nasal cavity. Now in the second part of the lecture, I will discuss about in detail on the lateral wall of the nasal cavity. Thank you very much.